Should be live, I think. Of audio. I turned on the mic. I think I did. All my stuff is all screwy because of technology. Not having my phone sucks. Do I even have Twitch installed on here? I do. Okay, so I can see if it's live. I think I pushed it. Okay, cool. It looks like it's live. Hey man, what's going on? It's pretty warm in here actually. All right. It's Sunday. I normally go out, but for about 20 reasons, I can't go out today. Like right now, it's just too much stuff is screwed up. So I'm gonna stay here. We're gonna hang out around the house, and I'm just gonna get some stuff taken care of. Normally, I do not like streaming at home, but I figured I don't have a choice today. So, like my whole everything is upside down at the moment. So anyway, yeah, I'd much rather go out and do stuff. Not that I don't. I mean, I like our house. I just don't think it's like ideal streaming stuff. But oh my God, I have a grapefruit. Let's eat a grapefruit. That could be an exciting thing. Hey, Barb. I have basically, so I broke my phone. I hate that phone. come to that conclusion. It's an S22 Ultra. It was like $1,100. It's fucking ridiculously expensive. But it solved some problems for me at the time. But I really don't like that phone. Because it's got one of those screens that like folds over the edge and it makes it extremely fragile. So like any little bump just breaks the screen. And the screen is like $400. Guess how I know? I've replaced it 3 times. So anyways, it fell like this far again. It's got a case and everything. It fell like this far and the screen cracked again. Anyways, so because that phone broke, it screws a whole lot of stuff up with streaming. Like a lot of the apps and stuff I use are like tied to that phone. So it's hard to port it all over. And the worst part about it is I was supposed to leave for a trip on Saturday, and then I'd be streaming from like Nagoya or something on today, like right now. But I can't go because the screen is broken on the phone. Like I gotta have the phone functioning on my motorbike for a map and like controlling streams and all that. But I was gonna go for like a couple weeks trip. But, and I've been trying to get out the door for months, and every month something happens that fucks it up. And this month, my phone fell off of fell like this far, like literally hours before I was going to leave. I was packed up and everything. Everything was ready to go. Phone fell, can't go. Anyways, it hasn't been a great situation. And then as a result of the phone breaking and not being able to go out, I was supposed to go out and film YouTube videos that would then be edited and put on Patreon later this month, just like how we pay our bills. And since I couldn't go, I had no videos. So then Katie and I had to go film a video yesterday with 0 notice. So we planned and filmed a video yesterday. Actually went really good. It was really fun. So that part wasn't that bad. But because of that, I wasn't able to plan a stream for today. So that's one of the reasons that's one of the many reasons that we're here. If I cut this thing this way feels right. Am I gonna eat an entire grapefruit? That seems like madness. Wow, look at that. Look at that color. It's a beautiful grapefruit. Eating a grapefruit is like pretty difficult. I used to have like a special grapefruit spoon, but I don't have it anymore. Like this fancy ass, like it had like edges, like you could cut into it and stuff. Probably should bring a towel with me for the grapefruit. All this isn't gonna fit on my tray. I have too much fruit. Okay, no tamagos. Yeah, man, grapefruit spoons are dope. I don't know where they went. I wouldn't have thrown them away. Maybe it just got lost or something. I started doing an extra 15 or 20 seconds on my tea just to make it a little darker. Living the wild life here in my 40s. But anyway, yeah, Katie and I went and we filmed a YouTube video yesterday. It was a lot of fun. We went to, we just went into Tokyo and to see how many different modes of transportation we could ride in one day. The answer is quite a lot. But okay, so the plan for around the house is I'm gonna have some breakfast. I need to hang some laundry. And then I have an e-sheep I want to watercolor. So I'm probably gonna watercolor an e-sheep. And then I can do I have to do all the data backups from yesterday's video shoot. So I can do all of that like in one shot, like while I do the watercoloring. And I don't know what'll happen for lunch. Haven't thought about it. But I think the first piece of entertainment is gonna be watching a man eat a grapefruit. Should I bring some honey over there for the grapefruit, or should I just raw dog the grapefruit? Barb, I don't know if I could read those Swedish kanjis. Like it's just like, there's no words in the instructions. It's just like a picture of a weird looking character, like with a hammer looking confused and like a broken pile of wood. And you're like, okay, that means I'm supposed to do what now? What did you get at IKEA? What are you building? I'm gonna bring the honey just in case. All right, just a second. I can stick this up there. Does that work? One time somebody said that our house just looks like a restaurant because of all the chairs, and I can't stop thinking about it every time I come down here now. Like, yeah, we do have a lot of chairs. We're all ready. Did you put the post on, where's a phone that has Discord on it? Here's another phone. All right, let me look at this thing. I'm looking at the picture on Discord. There's a lot of holes on this thing. Well, don't they go in the side holes? Like there's like I don't understand why the top layer has got like all those holes on it. But aren't the holes you're looking for just the ones on the sides? And are the legs identical? And you can see like the way that the hole is drilled out in the holes. Oh yeah, what's up, man? Thank you for the sub. We're giving squonks from this guy today. Thank you for the 19 months. Yeah, you can see, and like on the hole, on the legs, you can see the way that the drilling is. Like it's kind of like angled in a little bit on one side and not on the other. So those go on the outside. The tapered, yeah, tapered. Yeah. So anyway, we ended up riding 17 different types of transportation yesterday in Tokyo. Which like, kind of a lot. And we could have done more, I think. But one thing was closed, so we couldn't use it. Our definition of mode of transportation is a little bit loose. But ways to move. What was fun about it too is it was just like really flexing the muscle of how well we know the city. I realized like if you tried to do that, what we did yesterday without having a pretty strong knowledge of the city, it would take a lot of research and we just kind of winged it. We had a bit of an argument about that, but we did not consider that a mode of transportation. But we spent a fortune on this yesterday, like on retrospect. It was fun. Yeah. Well, I mentioned it and then Katie argued. I guess that counts as a discussion. Yeah, and Katie had some sort of like, she was trying to define it like mode of transportation versus means of transportation or something. She has some criteria that like changed her opinion. I didn't quite follow, to be honest. Sometimes I understand her more when I watch the video back and I'm like, oh, that's what she was trying to express. And sometimes I'm still lost. Well, it wasn't, we see that we didn't do everything wasn't necessarily a vehicle. Some of it was a means of, yeah, like, that's what it gets down. We're now in the same conversation. Like, does an elevator count as a means or mode of transportation? I think she was saying like a car is a mode of transportation. We did count escalators and elevators, but we found unique ones. And we only counted one of each. So like, shoes would be a means of transportation, but not a mode of transportation, I think. But roller skates? I don't know. I don't have some of my tools. I mean, moons, yeah, means animode. Yeah. But shoes, no wheels. But what about Heelys? You see how complicated it can get? This coffee? Oh no, this is great. What makes it look awkward? No, I love it. It's huge too. Hold on, I'm trying to fix some of my stuff. It won't show me. Okay, at least something is working. Okay, I'm happy. Okay, it's what? Oh, like on the bottom, like down here? I mean, I guess if you had like a chin like the moon guy from McDonald's, like remember that? Like the from the 90s, there was like a night, like a moon. Oh no, was it McDonald's or Taco Bell? There was some moon. Like he was like the midnight advertisement dude, and he had this long chin like Jay Leno. So he had that situation going on, but my shit is normal. Mac Tonight, is that what it was called? Why is that in my head? All right. All right, fellas. It's grapefruit time. Let's see how this goes. I haven't eaten one of these in like a decade. There is a technique. Yeah, I mean, my beard doesn't even touch it. My beard doesn't like, I usually don't have it that like fluffy either. Woo! It's good. It's probably really bad for your teeth though, right? Like all this citrus, isn't that like really bad for the enamel or something? That's a bit of a challenge. Like I want to add sugar, but I'm not gonna. Probably gonna need a shower when I'm done with this though. Pulp can move, baby. Wait, what? What would you, what the fuck do you do? This is working. I'm just like scooping out each thing. I don't have a good spoon. Like if I had a better spoon, I think we'd be in good shape. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting the meat. Shit, I'm dripping. Like I'm getting the meat out, and that's like all the liquid is going in here. I'm gonna drink it when I'm done. Aren't they too juicy to peel like an orange? Ah! Son of a bitch. This is working with the spoon, man. I used to have a spoon with like a knifed edge. Like there was like a little spoon, there was like the perfect shape. That shit was the bomb. But I don't have it anymore. I have to buy another one. I should hit Amazon right now and buy it. Yeah, man, a spice, a grapefruit spice. This is going all right. The spoon is a good shape, but it's not perfect. The trick is to not end up soaking wet. That's like the hardest part. And I got safety glasses on, so we're at least not gonna go blind. I think I'll spend 100 yen and just buy a right spoon. Yeah, man, we're gonna put a little bit of honey in that juice. I'm gonna have it up large. A wet leg CD has got jizz on it now. It seems appropriate. This takes like serious concentration. Yeah, maybe I should use a little knife. It is getting harder now that there's no other ones next to it. Because nothing to push against. Because the structural integrity of the grapefruit has fallen apart. All right. Now I'm gonna scrape out all the rest of the meat. This is gonna be where it's at. Did a pretty good job though. There's hardly anything left in it. You like made a, like from scratch, like an apple crumble? Isn't that hard? Oh, okay. That sounds like you could probably pull that off. So I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen you cook, man. All right. It's not too messy. You could probably use a scrub. It's like pulp everywhere. Pulp can move, baby. All right, I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of honey because honey makes literally everything better. There's a lot of honey. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna treat myself. We're just gonna punch this back. Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it is weird that grapefruit fucks with people's medicine. What's the deal with that? Okay. Did you guys see that a documentary dropped about Johnny Somali? I haven't seen it yet, but I bet it's stupid. The dude that made it apparently like scammed Johnny Somali or something. I don't know. There was so much drama in that part of the world. It's like morons colliding with morons. Oh, dude, Dozo? Where is that son of a bitch? I think I can find Dozo. We've also got this guy, he squeaks. Let me see if I can find Dozo. I don't know if he's upstairs. I can't imagine we'd throw away that chicken. Oh shit, I think I found him. Home streams are boring, but this comes as a little bit of an advantage, right? Thank you for the 28 months. I don't remember why we named him that. It actually kind of looks nice outside. I'm going to regret not having gone out. Honey is so good. Like, it's so good. Why is it so good? It's so much better than sugar, too. And it's basically just sugar, right? I have a lot of reasons I'm staying home. Unexpectedly had to go out and film a video yesterday, and that took like 13 hours, so didn't get a chance to plan anything for today. I had stripped apart all the streaming equipment because I was going to be, not be in Tokyo this week. I was supposed to be on a trip. So everything was rebuilt and all my streaming gear was all fucked up. And it takes time to put it all back together. So I didn't have time to put it back together. And then for like the third time now, I've broken the screen on my stupid phone. And I don't have it. It's unusable. It's like broken. So the part is on order to have it fixed. But without that phone, streaming outside of the house becomes really complicated because I don't have all my apps set up right for it on like my spare phone that I just like have floating around the house. So like controlling things and monitoring all the streaming stuff outside the house becomes like a nightmare. So I didn't have time. Like I could have set it all up, but yesterday I had to go out and film something to fit in with Katie's schedule, which is very hectic. So I'm also quite tired because of going out and streaming yesterday. So it's not the end of the world to not like go outside and drive myself crazy, but does look like it's pretty nice out. Penguin Aichi, thank you for the follow. Are you a penguin from Aichi? Yeah, dude, the curved screen is 100% the problem. Like, it fell like this far. It's got a fucking case on it, but the case can't protect the entire, like doesn't protect the screen because of the way the screen curves. It's the stupid, I hated that design ever since, the first time I ever even saw that idea, curved screen, it's stupid. Thankfully they've stopped doing that. I really considered just buying a different phone instead of fixing that one, but it still would have been more expensive. I don't know, I might regret that. The one thing I like about that phone is I like the camera system has like this turbo zoom thing on it, and I do use that a lot. Like when we film videos. Oh, you used to study in Aichi? Oh, nice. I don't think anybody makes curved screens anymore, but yeah, it definitely will. It doesn't even feel good to use. It feels like trash. You roll your finger, like the swipe and stuff. It's just bad. It's just, it's just one of those things they did because they couldn't think of anything else to do. It's like, we can market this, I think. I don't know. It's really, really dumb. Already people probably would look back on that and recognize how stupid it is. But just the dumbest design. But yeah, I really considered getting another phone. To be completely honest with you, I'd rather just have an iPhone. Like my second phone that I use, if that one is broken, which seems to be often, is an iPhone. This thing, I have this really old, tiny little iPhone. It's totally fine. It's fine. But I would miss the zoom that I get on my other camera. Or on my other phone. It's like I use that zoom when we're out filming YouTube videos. When I need to like take a telephoto shot of something, I just use my phone instead of carrying around an additional lens and all that. Like it looks like shit compared to my normal camera, but whatever. If it tells the story, it's fine. But I really do like that. And all of the phones with telephoto zooms in them are like $1,000. So it's like, I don't know. Other than that, I don't really need an expensive phone. And then this is a OnePlus something, a really old OnePlus. Its battery life kind of sucks, which is why I don't really use it that much. But it's really old. It's like 10 years old or something. But this iPhone is pretty old too, but the battery's fine. Like I used it all day yesterday, out and about. Like not heavy, but like, you know, I use it for like maps and like looking stuff up and like deleting around on the internet or whatever. Same as I usually do. At the end of the day, I had like 60% battery still. I was shocked. But it has a tiny little screen in it. And so I guess that saves on batteries being swallowed down. Oh, dude, I could have, thank you. Whoa, 50 months. That sounds like a terrible design, like having this selfie cam pop out. Because like, you get dirt in there and it could break, or it makes it so it's not waterproof, I assume, or not nearly as good. I don't know. Yeah, it could have. Thank you, man. We got Dozo in the house today. Yeah, focus on my cock. That's not a microphone. This is a microphone. Thanks, man. Appreciate the 55 months. All right. What do I do to get a grapefruit? I'm not gonna eat the other half of the grapefruit. I'm not a monster. What can I do to keep, like, just put some saran wrap on it or something to let it keep? Is that how a dude does? I don't know if I have saran wrap. Is saran wrap like one of those things like Xerox where it's like the name of the company? Saran? Because it's just called clear wrap here. Clear wrap it. Bro, got more bananas right here. These bananas are kind of bummed though. Yeah, Banda, Xerox. Q-tip is like that too, right? They're called Men Bowl here. I don't think they really, I'm trying to think if they call things by their name brand here. I'm sure they do. I just can't think of anything off the top of my head. Dude, I don't like the spotted ones. Katie will eat them, but ugh. She bought me the better looking bananas because she knew that I wouldn't want to eat the spotted ones. Like, if it's the only thing here, I'll eat them, but yeah. She doesn't care. She's crazy. Like, that's like, there should be a law against eating spotted bananas. So I've considered divorce. Banana shake, that's a fair use. I can get down on that. Yeah, man, I am a banana racist, there's a word. I don't know, what was that expensive banana we ate? That was the best banana I ever had. The one that was like 700 yen for one banana. It was on sale. Yeah, that's as good as they get, whatever that was. Just like obscenely delicious. Yeah, I kind of don't pay attention to banana brands. I don't know. I think it's more about like the ripeness or whatever. Maybe I should become more of a connoisseur. Hochikisu, is that a name or like, what is that, from French or something? What is, I know what it is, but like, is that a brand name? I don't know. It's just one of those words where I was like, why is it called that when I first learned it? And then I was like, whatever, stapler, whatever. Stapler's a better name though. I feel like at some point I knew the origin. Danny, do you feel like fruit is more expensive or cheaper or the same in Korea compared to what you saw in Japan? Oh, hey Chris, what's up, man? Oh, is it a map manufacturer? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Shows what I know. It could also be that the prices of things have changed since you were here. It's probably possible. Yeah, that's the one thing we don't really have. I guess I could ride my bike to like a local fruit shop, but if there was one that was like, you know, 2 minutes walk, that'd be nice. We have a farmer who sells stuff, but it's like whatever he just happens to be selling, whatever's in season. That's kind of cool though, because it's really cheap, of course. All right. Y'all ready to hang some laundry? It's gonna be exciting shit. This Tanuki's job is to sit by the dishwasher. And if he's there, that means the dishes are clean. So when you like start him, you put Tanuki down here. And then when you come here, you're like, oh yeah, it's a clean dishwasher. If he's not there, it's a dirty dishwasher. You know, sometimes they be confusing. You got to give your Tanukis jobs if possible. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm gonna pick all this crap up. Trying to think where can I put this. I put you up here? This seems like it could be really, really bad idea. Yeah, this will be great. When it falls, it'll be disastrous. How much on the edge of life are we sitting? Oh, okay, hey, that's actually better. It's pretty stable there. Who else hangs their laundry, or do I only have Americans in chat? You know the worst thing in the world is when you've done laundry and you realize there was paper in one of the pockets afterwards because everything is covered in paper. Son of a bitch. Oh, forgot to check one of the pockets. Yeah. Receipt or something. Something just... What it was is, it's almost always one of Katie's pockets. I'm not blaming her. I just, for some reason, I check on my pockets when I take my pants off, and she doesn't, and then I don't remember to check the pockets before they get washed. Yeah, you can also just like let things hang. They dry. Okay, maybe I found it. She's got, oh no, that's a button. What the hell? How do you write off clothes? What does that even mean? What do you mean? You can write off clothes? Oh, wait. You mean write off like in the sense of just throw away and not like write off like on your taxes. Sorry, I haven't heard that phrase in a really long time. Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of on me too to have not checked. It's on me to not have checked the pockets, you know? Like whoever's doing the laundry anyways. Yeah, dude, chapstick in a washing machine is as bad as like a Roomba eating a dog turd. I just find that like hang drying I think is somewhat destructive as well though, because like as it hangs, the weight of it can deform shirts. So like I have trouble hanging my shirts because they end up like all stretched out and kind of in a weird shape. So it's not perfect either. But I put the shirts like over something and I hang them that way, but it can be complicated if you wash 20 shirts at once. But for most other clothes, just hanging them like on one of these things is fine. I still haven't found the culprit. Yeah, hanging technique is a thing. But I don't know, personally, I just find it to be a little weird to like, I have this like, the sun is up there, like blasting energy at me. I feel weird about using a machine to dry my clothes when the sun is there. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like it's just a free energy machine. I wish we had solar panels on our house. It just feel good. I wish it was just, more economical. It's about the towels you use, I think, Barb. Our towels are pretty thin. So they dry really quickly and then they feel fine. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about, like a nice fluffy towel. Like we just don't use towels that are like that. So our towels are like, it's probably hard to tell, but like the texture of it, they're quite thin. They're fine. Gets us dry. But it doesn't feel like luxurious. But they're definitely not stiff. Let's see. These are IKEA towels. For what it's worth, I think. So they're like normal sized. The fuck is this? I guess Katie bought some clothes I haven't seen. I kind of like hanging my laundry too. I like the process. It's like a chore I kind of enjoy doing. I usually like vibe out, just listen to some music or something, listen to a podcast. I'd make a really good housewife. Kind of am a housewife. Like, I'm into domestic chores. Helps me avoid my like real responsibilities in life. Just a little place to hide. I procrastinate, literally procrastinate by doing chores. I'm like, oh, I'll just go clean some windows and stuff instead of like doing things important. Yeah, what the hell, man? It's not too bad. It's not like a lot of paper, but there definitely was a little bit. Sometimes it's like a nightmare. So Katie has a friend who got a blister on his hand, and the blister got infected, and he went to the doctor, and the doctor just gave him topical creams instead of like good medicine. And then the infection went up his arm. So he went to like a good doctor, and they give him like medicine, so it like went down out of his arm. But apparently the infection went into the bone on his finger, and he's gonna find out tomorrow if they have to amputate his finger. And then literally the next day, I got blisters on my hands. So now I'm like freaking out. I don't know what the relationship with the bad doctor became. I'm not sure. I only heard the story secondhand. But it's his middle finger too, and he's the kind of guy that probably likes to use it. So it's not perfectly ideal. All right, dudes. Where am I gonna put my hat? Just stuff it back here. It's like too late, man. Too late. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't have to have it amputated, but it doesn't. The way he described it to Katie doesn't sound positive. Yeah. I'd be bummed out if I lost a finger. I would fuck up a lot of my hobbies. Okay, the question is, am I going to do another load? Could I do towel laundry today? Probably wait till tomorrow and just do it tomorrow. Well, it's supposed to be really rainy this week, actually. Maybe I'll just do it. Yeah, if it was the pinky though, right? Isn't that how it works? Okay, we got one rack of soggy panties. We'll take this upstairs and hang it. But I'm gonna run another load. Yeah. This is the something juice, makes it smell good. Fabric softener, is that what it's called? Fabric, I don't know. Okay. Katie is working. She'll be home probably not too long. She left the house at 4:30 or something. Katie is about to, like, Katie is always busy. She's about to enter hellishly busy. She's going to have extra jobs going on top of her normal extra jobs. Yeah, so she's not doing tour guiding exactly. But wow, double me. Look at that. I'm gonna get a third one going. How does that work? You can do it like this. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, this is weird with the camera to get like all the angles right. Oh my god, there's 4 of me. That's too many of me. I don't even know where to look. Is it there? All right, anyways. She picks people up in Tokyo and takes them to like the base of Mount Fuji on a bus. And then it's more complicated than that, but that's basically what's happening. And then oh, there's still some shit on the floor. And then she takes yesterday's people that hiked the mountain and takes them back down to Tokyo and drops them off. So she's basically just like handing people off on a tour. The thing is complicated is people are like late and stuff, and she actually has to sometimes the bus starts sort of near Shinjuku and then goes to Gotanda and picks up a second group of people and like coordinating between a bunch of randos like where to be and when to be gets complicated. No, she's not doing the mountain hikes. She hands the group off to other people who then do the mountain hikes. Somebody set a timer in 36 minutes. I gotta come down here and get this. Yeah. Usually like English speaking countries, I guess. Canada, the US, the UK, Australia. That's how it is for her summer job. I assume it's kind of the same for this one. But she doesn't tell me about the people so much from this job because she doesn't really get to know them. Like with her other job, she spends the entire week, 10 days or whatever with them. So she like gets to know these people, so she tells me about them. But with these people, it's just like a bunch of people she sees on a bus for a little bit. It's not quite as exciting in that sense. Yeah. All right, sun. Radiate, please. Stuff will be dry in like 20 minutes. It's actually not that hot outside. Today's not too bad. Yeah. Okay, we go downstairs. We've met all of our neighbors because we introduced ourselves when we moved in. We don't really communicate too much with anybody. Everybody here just sort of keeps to themselves. They're getting more common. I wish we had them, but they're still expensive. I think from like next year, they legally have to be on all housing. So they're going to become more popular, but yeah, I wish we had them. But honestly, our house, because of all the trees behind it, sort of wouldn't be a great contendant for solar. So if we had a carport and then we put the solar panels on top of the carport, it would work really well because like the front yard gets a shit ton of sun. Okay. This is the pile from yesterday's filming. Hey Anthony, what's up, man? This is Katie's motorcycle stuffs. This is a complete clusterfuck in here. I didn't know you had Kuda sushi there. Yeah, I mean, if we could have solar, I would love it. To just be like getting the aircon on and not feeling like I was spending any money. Can you imagine? That'd be amazing. I did find out the aircon isn't actually that expensive to run. But wouldn't it be amazing if it was free? Like free, quote unquote free. What is the experience at Kudazushi compared to like the experience here? Like, is it the same? Like, you got like a computer, you order off the computer, that kind of thing, or is it like what's it? How's the user interface like? I guess is the question. Okay. Oh, this is so heavy. Where's the iPad? I think it's upstairs. Oh, it just like spits out a gachapon. Like you're just sitting there in an egg, just like bloop. $4. Oh my God. What do you feel about like the quantity of rice you get here? That has turned into a problem. Like it keeps getting lower and lower. Like that's how they decided to save money. It's by like kind of like cutting back on the amount of rice they spit out, and it's sort of annoying to be honest. Okay. Where can I put this? Put it over here. I'll close that window so it fixes the exposure. American rice is garbage. That's why. Towel's in my pocket. Oh no, it's a towel I needed to wash. Oh well. Completely forgot about it. It's not a big deal. Okay. So I'm going to set up a streaming rig here real quick. But the reality is actually that Japan has been using American rice. So when Trump said that it's not being used, this is a bunch of fake news. Okay. Fucking Uncle Ben. A free cup holder. Oh, I see. That's nice of you, Barb. Yeah, the American president is a very honest fellow. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, which way does the gimbal go? It goes the other way. I don't know if this is gonna be easy to tell what we're even looking at here. Anyway, this is a rig that I can use for live streaming. It's a bit janky, but we'll see if we can get it working because it's fun. And then the camera we're on can go there. We're not going to need this camera, but we're going to need the other camera. I think that should be okay. Ooh, I'm going to have a problem actually. How far from IKEA do you live, Barb? Is it a long way? Give me just a second. I have to go do something downstairs. Take 2 seconds. Okay. Ooh, I don't know where my lights are. Where did the lights go? I took all this shit apart because I was gonna not be here, as I've mentioned multiple times at this point. So normally what takes 2 clicks to get going, I gotta screw everything back together. There we go. This can go like this, I think. Sorry, I know this isn't the greatest direction we've ever had, but it'll make sense in a second. Okay. Now we have a streaming setup on the way to completion. When does the job start? And I'm going to need the SD cards out of this thing. Oh, does Medicaid get canceled? That's a thing that happened in the attempt to make everything great? I need one more thing from downstairs. My bad. Well, don't worry, like, some rich dudes are going to get richer. So, isn't that what it's all about? Guess technically if you just worked a little harder, you could have been those rich dudes too. Did you check your bootstraps by any chance? Okay. So I should be able to that's upside down. How do I affect that? Scenes, HDMI, rotation, 0. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go live on here, and I think it's going to steal the stream from what we've got now. So I'm going to try to be cognizant of that. Huh. Okay, I'm going to press live. I don't know what's going to happen here. This might break. Thoughts and prayers. Oh, I'm on the wrong ballot box. Just a second. That makes sense. I didn't think about this. Hold on a sec. This is why I don't like not having my other phone. Yeah, didn't the pilot just turn off things? Okay. Okay, should be on a kind of a crappy looking camera for the moment. And I will get that adjusted here. And it'll look better in a second. Okay, I think, can you hear? I'm going to tap on the mic. Are you getting taps? Here taps. Okay, sweet. Let me try this. Okay, so now I should be over here. The audio should probably sound pretty good because it's on a decent mic. And then we should have my hand on another input. Like you should see my picture-in-picture image. Cool. You see T, but yeah, close enough. Probably move this back a little bit. It's warm. Could definitely be better. And this looks a little bit dark, so I'm going to crank that up a bit. Okay, and I should be able to turn the widget off easily. Okay, that wasn't that hard, was it? Yeah, dude, it is multicolor. Can you see it? The stuff inside is a solid color, but the outside has got different color on the glass, and I believe it was called graffiti. And it looks pretty cool. I like it. The hard part about lava lamps is that it's hard to find a bulb that works in Japan on the right voltage and fits inside of that. So it's a pain. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. Hold on. Let me see. How can I loosen this without dropping the camera off? I don't know this tripod very well. Oh, it's just because there's a thing jammed in the way. Perfect storm of stupidity happening with the cable right now. There we go. All right, hold on. Yeah, I got it on Amazon, but it doesn't perfectly fit. There you go. You can see the lava lamp probably now. We could set up a we could set up another camera and just have it pointed at the lava lamp. Oof. Yeah, I had a lava lamp when I was a kid and like a teenager, and I dug it. And this was like, I got this during COVID. I was just like, I'm not going outside. I need something to look at. So, such was life. All right. So here's the first project that I'm going to work on here. I'm sitting up here. I'll turn the widget back on. So I need to do data backups, right? So yesterday we filmed for quite a bit of time. And I have to, first step when I come home from filming, I need to do a bunch of data backups. And this isn't that bad because it's only one day of data backups. This gets out of control sometimes. So I need to back up that memory card, and I need to back up what's on that camera. I need to back up what's on this mic. I need to back up what's on this camera, because we did use both of them yesterday. Yeah, I did. I need to back up what's on this mic. I need to back up what's on this mic. I need to back up what's on this mic. I think that's everything. Yeah, man, we did. We went and see how many different modes of transportation we could ride in one day, like in Tokyo. The answer for us yesterday was 17, which was impressive. And it doesn't mean like we did like a train and then another train and another train. Like one overland train, that was one mode of transportation. A metro was one. A monorail was one, etc. But like we wouldn't ride like, you know, we didn't just ride around on all the JR trains. No, getting in the air is very expensive. We may or may not have included rickshaw. I don't know. Do you guys want spoilers or? We did. Okay, so the first thing I do is A7S3. I make a directory. Horse is hard to come by in Tokyo. You guys are gonna be disappointed if you come up with all these with all these guesses. So I'll make a directory with all of the, like each directory has got one of the, like that'll be like the main camera, and then I'll make a directory that's like Action 5 and then Action 4, blah, 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 blah. Put them all into one big massive directory, and then I run a program. This isn't that big of a deal for this particular day because it was all filmed on one day, but if it's filmed on multiple days, I run a program that then splits everything into dated folders. So everything is like organized by day, and it merges it all together. And then I duplicate that entire structure onto 2 different hard drives that are on my desk back here. What the first process is to just drag this over. So it turns out that's very expensive, Anthony. But we know it's expensive for a reason. So anybody that's curious, the A7S III, which is the camera I filmed most of the stuff with yesterday, that was 81 gigs of data just on that camera. I do use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I kind of wish I didn't. Yeah, so the reason there's so many cameras from yesterday. So like the camera you're looking at me through now is what's backing up now. This is our main YouTube camera. So 90% of what you see comes through this. I didn't use the camera that's the picture-in-picture camera yesterday. It just wasn't necessary, but we carry it as a spare. You can. You can take the Shinkansen from there to there. But this camera, this is a Pocket 3 that is a picture-in-picture camera. It is, we carry it as a spare because it doesn't look as good as this, but it's okay. It looks pretty good. I get frustrated using it because it's kind of a frustrating device to use, but if this one wasn't working for some reason, it would come in handy. And there's certain instances where this is actually a little better, like if we're in a really narrow spot and we need to put the camera someplace. This thing is kind of big, so this can fit like in a little corner in a restaurant or something, so every once in a while we'll use that. These get used on Scooty. This is the camera that faces us. This is the camera that faces forward. And then these are the microphones that are on Scooty. So one of these is Katie's microphone and one of them is mine, and they get hooked into our helmet system. So these won't have much on them because we only filmed on Scooty for a few minutes. We also use these cameras later in the day for some other stuff. So they got used just independently of that. And then these are our walk around microphones. We don't really use them that often, but if we need to get far away from this camera for some reason, or if we're doing something like action oriented and this camera is not being used, we'll use these because they have wind protection where these cameras have no wind protection. So that's where these end up getting used. So that's why we have so many microphones. These just end up living on Scooty. The reason being is like, I have to change the way the settings are and stuff on the microphones for them to function on Scooty. And if you have to do it every time you hop on and off, it becomes tedious to like set things up and then unset things up and then set things up and unset things up. So it makes more sense to just have two separate individual things. Because like these are dipped at -12 decibels and these are actually at +8 decibels. And if you forget to make that change, then your recording can be ruined. So just like separate things and then label things properly. Like I can tell what system they're hooked to based on what the label on the back is. But the process of copying everything over, like for one day's filming, it's gonna take about 15 minutes to copy. That's what got expensive, man. Like riding the Shinkansen is one thing, but rolling Scooty on the Shinkansen, that costs money. Like I'm copying over one day's data. It's gonna take about 15 minutes just for that one camera. That's the biggest chunk. But like if I have like a week of like we come home and I've got like a week, like it takes hours and hours and hours just to do the data processing, just to move things over. So it's like an entire, like if we come home from like a multi-day trip, it's like a day of just organizing data. And like I can do other things while I do it, so it's not like lost time. But it's still like you can't get like super jumped right into a project just because you're back. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I was gonna watercolor an e-sheet. I was kind of waiting for the laundry to finish. I think I heard it beep, but I don't think it's done yet. All right, hold on a second. Let's start moving towards this other project. I'll show you guys something. I'll show you guys something kind of cute. Here, I'm gonna flip this. Does this just work when I flip it? That's so cool. Moblin is dope. So check this out. Is that the right way up? What are you guys seeing? Is it upside down? Hold on, my brain isn't working. Yeah, it should be like that, right? That's right side up? Yeah. Let me turn this camera around. Sorry, it's confusing. I have screens that are one way or the other. There we go. Back when I was a teacher, one of my favorite students, she was my buddy, man, Itsuki. She drew this of me. She was a second grader. She was like, what, 7 or 8 or something like that? I don't know what's going on over here. I think this was our co-teacher. My co-teacher, this dude, Jordan. Oh yeah, dude, I think I did see that. Anyway, this is just I found it a couple days ago. It's cute. I'm gonna frame it. Gonna frame it and get it put in jail. This is my watercolor box. See, I've got this E-sheep that I've been looking forward to finishing. Get some watercolor stuffs out. I will need this and guys are gonna watch me suck ass at painting. You ready? I don't like this chart. Look at this chart. It's confusing. Like you've got white, white, yellow, yellow, blah, blah, blah. But if you look at this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these two are over here. So then like if you want to find like this color, it's like you got to like do math to like, okay, it's this one plus 2, but then down here it's like plus 4, and then these are going this direction. Like, why is this chart not laid out how the things are in the thing? You know what I'm saying? What is going on? Why is this set up like this? Anyways, it's not the end of the world. I just find it confusing. All right. I'm just getting set up here. I'm probably not going to actually start painting until I do the laundry, which will be just a minute. But I figured we'd get the game going. That sounds illegal, man. Okay, so for this to be interesting viewing for you guys. Hey, man. I should do that. Maybe I should move the picture-in-picture piece over. I don't know how to do that. Just a second. Let me see if we can we just do that live? Border. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where Moblin has got so much stuff that it's difficult to find things sometimes. Is it in the scene or is it in the... I'm in pocket 3. Widget. There we go, I found it. Okay. So can I just The position can't go negative though. I can't move it. I can't move it negatively. Like it won't go farther off the side that way for some reason, but it did go this way further off the side, but it won't go off to the left. Like that's all the way over. Yeah, I don't want to fuck with the cropping because then it'll break the up down. I'm worried about breaking the up down, basically. But okay, hold on. Actually, let me think about this for a second. Hold on. Ah, fuck. It's exactly what I didn't want because I can't easily see in real time the entire interface. Yep. So now it won't line up at the bottom properly. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's kind of more than OBS. It's like, it's a streaming app. So it also can do like bonding and stuff directly off of iOS, but it's got like OBS like features. Did I get the bottom back kind of close to the right place? You're not going to get back in the country, man. Maybe another pixel or two. Yeah, it won't let me slide all the way over to the edge anyways. Oh, is that where Moblin came from? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. It's interesting. When in doubt, zoom with your feet. Just do something like that. Fuck it, that's close enough. Didn't quite set up this table exactly in the best possible spot. Okay, anyways, are we going classic colors with the Z-Sheep? Or like what are we gonna do here? Where's the damn internet? Well, I can go crazy with like backgrounds, you know what I mean? But like this is what we're doing with an E-Sheep at the moment. But I think it can be kind of boring, right? Like this, like just like this kind of pale, like sheep colored thing in the back. Like the white isn't gonna like really be that interesting on here. So maybe we should go nuts. But if we went nuts with that, then how do we go nuts with the other pieces? And like, are we looking like a peach color maybe for the face? Yeah, what color? I mean, yellow, I guess. Oh, my brain 0% confident. I have no confidence in my ability to do gradients. Yeah, maybe we'll do like a pink E-Sheep with like blue horns. Maybe like this area is pink. Maybe that's how we'll go. I kind of do like a strong pink. Yeah, I don't know. I've watercolored maybe 5 things in my life. Man, I'm gonna work towards being a watercolor artist. What do you do for a living? This would be amazing. You know, it probably sucks eventually. Everything sucks eventually. Somehow an algorithm gets involved and ruins it. I don't know, man. I don't know if I call this art, but we're doing a sheep today. I don't. Yeah, maybe I should just play with like doing gradients, like just with like just straight water. This is something that's very new to me. I'm doing art the way a 3rd grader does art. Only I don't have an excuse if it sucks like a 3rd grader does. Maybe we'll stick with the purple horns. I think the purple horns could go okay with this. Yes, I know, and I don't find it beautiful. All right, let's get another look at it. I don't know how the hell on iOS you tell the screen to not turn off every fucking 5 seconds. Maybe this is why the battery life was so good. Screen? Like I typed in screen and it doesn't. Screen time, screen distance. Like it turns off the screen in like 5 seconds. It drives me crazy. But I don't know where the setting is or what it's called. Power? Does anybody know off the top of their heads? And that's just like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. Now I'm lost in an ad. Now you can do whatever you want. If you want to goon, you goon. You thought an old dude didn't know what gooning was. I've been gooning since before you were born, son. Yeah, like I seriously have no idea how to tell display. Always on display. Oh, maybe. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's Guam. Cool. Auto lock, 30 seconds. All right, let's set this shit to 5 minutes. Is that auto lock or is that going to be turn off? It is a penguin from Donkey. This trips people out in Japan. Trips people out in Japan because they're not used to seeing the donkey penguin in Guam. But there's a Don Quixote in Guam. It seems to be working. Usually it would have turned off by now. I did not know it had a different name in Singapore. What's the name of it in Singapore? I'm going to go do the other half of the laundry so I don't forget. So we need to grab... We'll use this camera. Donkey haha? Is there a... Oh, Don. Oh, it's just... Is it really just called Don Donkey? Or are you making a joke? Yeah. I need a clip. Oh, weird. I mean, they kind of, I mean, that's in the song, you know? Like, it's not, that's not totally abnormal. All right, I'll be right back. I should be over here now. Go do the laundry really quick. Then we'll come back up here and finish that sheep. Oh, weird. I wonder if there's something with the Don Quixote name. There's something with the name, like it's like owned by someplace else, some sort of licensing thing or something. I don't know. Wheeler, like, generally speaking, this is going to sound really stupid, but generally speaking, what language is used to communicate in Singapore these days? Like, I know it's kind of like a mixture of shit, like English, Malay, Chinese. Is it possible that, like, is it difficult for people to say Don Quixote? Like, is that a pronunciation complicated thing? Because it is sort of like, I guess it's kind of clumsy sounding. Is it mainly like full English? Like, I know everybody is mostly fluent in English, but I guess I didn't know, like, two Singaporeans meet, what language happens? It's just English. Like, when you go to countries like that, sometimes, like, as a native English speaker, it's hard to tell, because, like, they'll speak to you in English, but what the hell do they speak to each other in? You know what I'm saying? It can be hard to know that. It just feels like a really stupid thing to say, but... I'm not sure whose shirt this is. You know what I'm saying? Most of the Chinese speakers in Singapore, is it Mandarin? Or is it Cantonese? Mainly Mandarin? Oh, okay. Do you, like, in Singaporean school, are you generally, do you end up studying Mandarin as well? They're not learned. Okay. What about the reading? Like, do you have to learn to read Chinese at all? If I recall, there was still quite a bit of Chinese writing on stuff. Is that just stylistic purposes, or maybe I'm misremembering? Okay, interesting. I find stuff like that really fascinating. I have a friend that's from India, and I like constantly grill her on like linguistical things of India. Like, it doesn't drive her crazy, but she doesn't usually have answers because like English is her first language. But I'm like, well, what about like regional dialects, and how does this work, and like how do you communicate with this person if you go there and like they don't speak English or blah 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 blah. She's always just like, I don't know, you got to ask my mom or something. I don't know the answers to these questions. I just find that kind of stuff really interesting. Linguistical stuff is really interesting to me. Okay, we're done with laundry today. I'm gonna make another cup of tea, so I'm gonna boil some more water. Bro, Ryan, this is real art. You see what I'm saying? Oh, interesting. So it depends on, like, well, this is going to sound like a fucked up question, but are the primary schools segregated or something? Or do you just, like, go to Mandarin class with all the other Chinese kids if you happen to be the Chinese kid in the family or in the school? Like, how does that work? Oof. And what about the kids? And what do the kids that don't come from one of those language groups do? Like, what if there was a kid that was like in the school that was like European? It's like if you had like a European kid in the class, what is his second language? If it's, you know what I'm saying? Like some Swedish kid, they don't have a Swedish teacher come in, I assume. Do they just get to choose? Like, how does that work? See what I'm saying? I told you I was curious. You have to choose. Oh, okay. It's kind of interesting. Okay. So that is sorted. And I'm going to take the cup of tea downstairs, make another cup of tea, and we can send the robot on his duties downstairs because he didn't run this morning. Kind of wish we had 2 robots, but it's probably not worth the money. Yeah, Mandarin would probably be the most useful, yeah. What am I doing? The water is boiling. I'm over here pouring more water in the cup like a dumbass. All right, dudes. This is the vibe. Upside down cat vibe. Dude, that would actually be really hard though, because you would be competing with kids who are from like a Chinese family who they might have already been spoken Chinese to as they were growing up, like talk to the grandparents in Chinese, like, so if you were coming in without any experience at all, you'd be like way behind. That would be challenging. Gotta give that kid some Gotta give that kid some leniency. God, tomatoes are so good. Oh my God. There's so much flavor in these little fuckers. Yeah, I mean, I guess like her if she's Indian though, like she might not have a background of Hindi, and I'm sure that's probably what they're teaching. Camel. Interesting. Yeah, those Spanish speakers are cheating. So we have a friend who, he's Swedish, but he grew up in Japan. And when he went to Sweden to go to university, because it was free for him to go to Sweden and go to university, because he's still a Swedish citizen. But I mean, he grew up in Japan, like in the Japanese countryside, like speaking Japanese natively. It was his first language. They were like, okay, now that you're in university in Sweden, you need to take a second language. So he was like, I'll take Japanese. So he was like a native Japanese speaker in like basic Japanese class. It's like snoozing through the classes. And the teachers are like foreigners. Like at that level, the entry level teachers weren't even Japanese. So his Japanese level was higher than theirs. So anyways, they ended up skipping him forward. Like, I'm talking about Tommy, yeah. They ended up, because he was just doing it just to be lazy, right? Like that's Tommy's vibes. So the teachers were like, you can't be in the 101 class. So they forced him into a higher level class. And that's where he met his wife, because she had been studying Japanese for some time. She's a little bit older than he was, so she was farther ahead in like the program. So they forced him ahead a few years or something, and then he met his wife in that class. And that's how their relationship started. It's kind of a cool story. Look at this chicken. Is this okay? I've never seen that before. We talked to them a couple weeks ago, actually. Like on a Zoom call type thing, like a voice chat thing. Video chat. But they're doing alright. They were talking about coming to Japan soon. Soon, like maybe next year, I think is what they were talking about. But in the world of living in Japan, when friends visiting next year is kind of soon. I gotta go to the bathroom really quick. So I'm gonna leave you guys here and then we'll go upstairs and we'll just take the e-sheep with us. We can just use this to learn how to paint. The sensei. I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't know if I could hang on those equatorial places year round. It'd be rough living in terms of heat. But yeah, maybe you get used to it. Maybe you just get used to it. Go, robot. Son of a bitch. Battery died. I can't get my shit together today. I can just probably power it off of mains power, actually. It's scary to do that with this expensive camera, but it's probably just me over worrying. I don't know where the mains power plug is on this. Pull the battery out so it doesn't overheat. No dice. Hamburgers. I don't know why it's not turning on. Let's hope the camera is not dead. If the camera's dead, you're going to see some violence. Let me go grab another battery. Yeah, I'll show you the guitar pedal board. It's sorry for the vacuum, by the way. Thought we were going to escape before we were down here with it. This can be a little annoying because I have to juggle cameras back and forth. The guitar pedal board is complicated. It's best probably shown how it works, but I'm not going to go through that at the moment. It's just complicated how I have set up. Just 48% battery. Maybe this will work now. Okay, it's running on mains now. Huh. Weird error. Anyway, it should work still. Maybe I stole it from you. Have you checked? You sure I didn't jack it? Moblin is a little bit goofy. As cool as it is, it's unstable. Okay. Looks like it's back. Give me just a second. I'm going to have to turn you off and turn you back on. Okay. It's being a jerk. Mike, just a second. Oh, I forgot to do the fucking pedal board rundown. All right. Still here? Trying to get a light somewhere. Where can I get a light? Light. Let's get a holler back. We're looking at the pedal board right now. Cool. All right, who had asked for that? Normani? I don't know if you're still here. Hopefully you're still here because I'm doing this for you. If not, whatever. Life goes on. Okay, so the basic signal chain is guitar or bass goes into this little box down here. This guy, free feeds, guys. It's a little custom box that somebody built, and it's brings two inputs in. So the red one is the guitar or bass, and then if I turn on the green one, it'll mix them, or I can toggle each one completely on and off. And the second thing, the green thing, is this little keyboard that I have underneath the E-sheep. It's just like a little synth. So I can run a synth through the entire pedal board as well. And then from there, it goes up into this pitchfork, which is just a pitch shifter. So I can change like the octaves or whatever, or add extra harmonic things onto it and stuff like that. That goes into a tuner. And the reason that that's set up like that is because I originally didn't have a good bass guitar, so I would use the pitchfork to drop the guitar down an octave to emulate a bass. Just if I needed to fuck around with something, I want to hear it lower. Then I go into a tube screamer, and then from the tube screamer we go down to the DS1. The DS1 goes into the big muff. Big muff goes into the phaser. The phaser goes into the delay, this little carbon copy delay, which also has phaser built into it. This then goes into the base DI. The base DI then runs into the Strymon iridium. That then goes into the reverb. Then the reverb goes into this jam man, which then goes into this jam man, which are looping pedals. And then those go into this mini mixer. And then that mini mixer goes, the mini mixer goes into my computer. And it also has a headphone jack. So the reason there's a mini mixer there is because this is a drum machine that you can program with your guitar. It's confusing, but so you can make beats with this thing. And then that goes into the mini mixer as well. So I can balance out. And then actually the keyboard goes in the mini mixer as well if I want to run it without any effects on it. So if I'm playing bass, then I would like turn this on and then I'd turn on the bass DI, and then I've got a good bass signal. And then if I want to play guitar, I use this. This is a guitar amp, essentially. It's an amp emulator. And then I'm playing guitar. And then like, so for instance, I could like build a drum loop here, and then I could turn this on, plug my bass in, record my bass into this looper, and then turn this off, turn this on, record a guitar into the looper over the bass. So then you'd have drums playing, bass playing, guitar playing, and then I can add the synth on top of it live, or I can continue to add loops on top of them. So the whole thing is really complicated, and it's honestly kind of hard to use, but I've gotten pretty good with it. And then I just have a single power switch over here to turn the whole thing off. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a real amp, but where I live, it's just not. It's not going to happen. There's no point. It's just noisy, bother the neighbors, that kind of thing. Okay, I'm going to switch this back to the other. It's not that complicated, that stuff. Yeah, I had to unplug it. That's one of the glitches with Moblin, is you have to unplug and replug something if the wrong microphone is selected. It's like kind of a serious problem, to be honest, but he's working on it. I don't know if he'll be able to fix it though. It's an iOS issue. There's no audio right now? Fucking audio. Fucking audio. All right, how's the audio now? Is it fixed? Okay, cool. I'm listening back. Hold on, I have to wait. Okay. I have to wait for the delay. Audio. Cool. Thanks for letting me know, please. Thank you for letting me know that there was an audio problem. Okay, and since we're sitting here, I'm going to back up another file because the other one should be finished. This is a pretty, I mean, I've only been streaming a little while. This has been short. The difference with today is that I'm actually just kind of probably going to be at home. Yeah, I mean, I ordered the part. I'm waiting for the part to come in. I'm not happy about it. This is the Action 4. Actually, that should go pretty quickly. Oh, will today be long? I don't know. I'm not sure. Man, these nuts are all fucking weird. Got some weird nuts up in here. What the hell? They're like slimy. Hold on. You see that? You see how they're all weird looking? Should I be eating this? I don't know about that. These nuts. Okay. And then I got another camera. The rest of the cameras are going to back up pretty quickly. So I'm just going to punch through them really quick. This is the Action 4 microchip. Gotta back up your microchips, kids. So these cameras, both of these, like in addition to the data that I used, the 81 gigs that got used on the main cam, these were 14 gigs a piece. So you just swallows data. I archived this shit forever too. Maybe not a good idea. Yeah, it's weird nuts. There's some like musical act in Japan. I think they're called like creepy nuts, stinky nuts, something. It's creepy nuts. I think it's creepy nuts. It's kind of a weird name. You know what else I can do with Moplin? I can draw on the screen. This would be hard. Where's the draw button? myself a hat. It's not really the greatest like art ever. What if we did like one of the here? Maybe this kind of hat would be better. These stovetop hats. We need a paint bucket. How's it look? What's my hat? Is this the move? Is this the... It's not really precise, like... Okay, action 5 is backed up. Once I have all this, then I can like make it do the long backups to all the other drives. And then my RX1. And those have got, that one has 322 megs on it, so I'm going to have probably another gig of just audio data. And then when I bring all this stuff into the editing software, I'm gonna have to like put it all in order and like sync everything when there's multiple audio tracks and stuff. This used to be like, I'd just like drag, like we'd shoot with one little camera, one in my pocket, and I just drag the 10 files into the timeline and just put them in order and hit render. It's like turned into like this huge project now. People like the older videos more, so I don't know what the fuck I'm up to. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Makes you wonder, like, why put in the effort? Oh, this was much smaller, 70 gigs. Okay, and there we go. I'm done with those backups, aside from our phones, which also need to be backed up. Let's get back on this sheep. Sorry about the delay. You know, maybe if I move this camera over this way a bit. That would be better. Okay, we're gonna do the horns. We're gonna do some purple horns, I think. So I don't know which purple we should go with. Kind of like maybe this dark one. Almost like a blue. But what do these fuckers, what do the horns even look like? They're kind of pink in real life, aren't they? No, they're still like a purpley color. It's like a gradient. You know, I think I'm gonna go, there's a different purple. And I'm gonna go probably, let's use a better paintbrush, a different paintbrush. Yeah, Danny, how the hell do you do a gradient? We'll do this Twitch purple. That's the right move. These sheep's kind of got like a weird little ear. Kind of like this weird, like, elfin looking thing. Okay. I'll have to practice that like on like another, like just on a blank piece of paper when I'm not trying to do art. I'm not super fond of that specific color that we just used. So I'm going to use like a bluish color and just kind of put it on the layer between the two. There we go. I'm not sure what color to use to the e-sheep's face. Yeah, I'll hit YouTube. I'm still very much at the getting used to the tools phase. Figure if I do one watercolor a day for 10 years, I'll be slightly comfortable with them at that point. Yeah, I don't like the inside color came out very similar to the pink, even though they're not quite the same on the actual board. So that looks kind of shitty. So if I took this color and mixed it with that color, what would end up happening? Here, I've got some scrap paper. So I think the color that I used for the sheep, was it this one or this one? I think it's this one. This one looks wet. I'm going to test this one too. I don't remember. That's really, really light, so it must have been the other one. So that was this. Oh, it was this Twitch purple that we started off with over there. Wow, it really, really gets light colored compared to what it comes out of the thing. Does it lighten with time that much? Or am I just stupid? Yeah, I'm still not fond of that. It makes this whole structure look strange now. It doesn't look like different than the body. They're going to make his feet black. I know they're not black like in real life. In real life. Rob, you're patient with my streams. My streams are kind of a tedious task. Okay, we'll go with that. Kind of like he has jaundice or something. Sheep has got kidney problems. It's kidney problems, right? Jaundice? Maybe he just jammed his face in some mustard. Liver, that's right. I don't want to learn how to fix mistakes. I want to learn how to live with mistakes. The undo button ruined art. I decided against the legs being black. I'll probably give them some thick hooves. Oh yeah, it does kind of look like a Simpsons character. That's what we'll go with. It was intentional. Man, I need to be able to zoom. My eyesight, dog shit. Probably shouldn't do black like at the beginning of the face. We're probably going to go out for a picnic for lunch. I think that's what we'll do. Go get a bento and have us a picnic. Jesse, how you feeling about coming to Japan at some point? You had mentioned that you were thinking about it. No pressure. Oh, that looks kind of weird. I fuck up my sheep's eye. It's kind of what it looks like on the stream or on the thing. Here, I'll just color it all in gray. Fuck it. Kind of makes his eye look weird. Look at that gigantic eyeball. That's sort of what he looks like. What's the deal with his face? One of the things I'm finding challenging about this is remembering which color I used for what. Like which ones of the colors did I actually use here? Yeah, it looks weird, right? But like, if look at the picture, like look at the, like you see his eyeball? That's kind of what it looks like. What do they look like in real life? Hold on, let me get this thing. Yeah, he's kind of got weird looking eyes. Does JD Vance really wear eyeliner? I never thought about it, but I guess he does, doesn't he? These fucking guys, man. I don't like the future. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with the future, man. I think so damn confusing and dumb. Okay, so this was the body. What happens if I added like a bit of gray to the body? What happens to this? I'm doing like a test on this pattern test thing here. Maybe I'll throw a little bit on the bottom like as shading. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Well, if you lose your job, that would be a perfect opportunity to not be in America for a while. How do I get out of that though? Like now I just kind of want to like do it all the way up. How do I make it like... I guess kind of like that. Yeah, I hate this section. That came out horrible. It's just too it's This is just too close to the pink. Man, I've never seen an anime. Hard edge, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's sketchy to just, the whole world is sketchy right now. His face also has a bit of a gradient on it, like a bit of a darker color on the bottom, I believe. Just a little tiny bit. You ever notice the E-sheep doesn't really have a mouth? Just ends up kind of looking like he has a beard. There, now he looks even stupider. Well, the color is different in the camera. It looks way nastier in the camera. It looks a little more poppy and vibrant, like, to my eye. Okay, what color are we doing in the background? Green? Something like explosively different? What about like this? I've got this weird pastel green over here. Or maybe just like a brown? Would brown be better? Kind of go with that yellow. Yeah, let's go brown. The color that's not a color. Just gonna go solid brown. Just gonna pound it out. See how much we regret this. Can't argue with the giraffe. Bad banana though, that might be problematic. No, I asked Katie what time she was coming home. I wonder if she replied. Blah. like this chaotic, just circles, make it as dumb looking as possible. I'm not even really sure what like brush stroke shapes I should be like trying to use. So I'm just playing to learn what you get out of things. Paper's getting so wet that it's like folding up. Because like this isn't like good paper, this is just postcards. Yeah, just fuck around, yeah. That's how I learn like everything I do. And that's why I end up being only functional at anything I've learned, as opposed to actually good at any of it. I can functionally play instruments, I can functionally take photos, I can functionally make videos. Something nice about this though, like just, even if it comes out shitty, which, you know, it kind of is, it's fine. Something nice about just seeing something get filled in analog. I would like to say I'm not using any computers, but there's like 6 computers right now involved in the stream, so I haven't quite escaped that yet. Yeah, I need to keep playing with Procreate though, because I really do actually quite enjoy using Procreate, and it can be useful for assets for video creation. So I just haven't had time to really focus on it. But that's something else that I just need to keep going through the tutorials. With this, like, you can kind of just fuck around and figure things out. When you start working with computers and programs, like it's just frustrating to figure out where the menu is to make it do a certain thing. And like with this, it's just like, I'll just turn the brush and now it makes a different shape. But with a computer program, it's like you have to do the tutorials. And luckily Procreate has some pretty good tutorials. Like they're nice on YouTube. This is a little too thick back here, so I can just add a little water and spread it out a little bit. Is that going to work? Barb mentioned that I have patience for things. The key to having patience to things, and like what I've discovered probably over the last 5 or 10 years, is just have things set up in a way that makes them easy to use. Like I have all of the watercolor stuff in a specific bin that I bought for like, a couple hundred yen. I feel like that takes like, if you can just grab that bin and all the stuff you need is boom right there. It's like, it makes it easy to deal with some things. Like to the point of where I even keep this little jug of water in that bin. So I've got that just always in there. I don't have to go find water. There's always a little thing of water here. And guess that just makes things a little less like obnoxious. It's like, it really comes down to just like using the right tool for the right job, I think. Like having the tools available. And like, if you try to use the wrong tool for something, it's just a miserable experience. Yeah, that applies to like everything. But sometimes you have to have knowledge to even know how to use the right tool, so that can be a bit of a learning curve. But usually you can find somebody on YouTube that explains all of that to you. I'm gonna wait for this to dry. Okay, and we've made a sorted video directory of yesterday's footage. It's 102 gigs. So that's a lot for one day. So the next step is I have these like stacks of hard drives. So like this is a stack of all of the videos we've ever filmed, like the raw footage from oldest to newest. So I'm going to throw that entire directory onto the drive 2 times, one drive and the other drive, and then my backups will be completed. And it looks like chaos that I use like these drives, like the hard drives like that, like backing up like that. It looks crazy, but I don't want them constantly connected to a network because then I could like delete the files by accident. These things just get unplugged, they're air gapped. One goes in a closet and one goes in another room. And then like if there's like a problem, like I can't make a mistake. I can't delete the files off of both of them at the same time. That's what worries me about like using a NAS or something. So that'll sync over to one drive, and then when it's finished, I'll sync it to the other one. And again, like with one day's data, it's not that complicated, but this shit gets complicated. It gets really complicated when you're talking about like multiple days of data backups. That was kind of vile looking. Is this dry? Like the back end, like over on this side. This is all a little bit too heavy. Whatever. Okay, and then I'm going to do some outline work. I think I used the 5. Is that the size that I liked? Yeah. This is where there's all sorts of room for mistake. This is where your sheep comes to life, though. So do I draw the lines between the legs and the body or not? I drew them with the pencil, so it kind of looks like maybe I should. Yeah, probably. I think I'm going to throw those lines across there. I don't know if it'll look worse or bad or whatever, but yeah, it's fine. Kind of looked weird without it. All these circles are kind of hard to hard to trace, to be honest. Okay, maybe a thinner. Got a 0.3 here. I drew a line there, but I don't know why. It's like a line in his ear. Oh, there's a little line there, like in the pixel art. His eye looks fucking weird. It's like Sauron's butthole.
A horn, that horn looks weird. It doesn't look like a horn. I don't know what we've got going on. It looks like Princess Leia's ears or something. There's like a line that runs straight through as well, like on the actual sheep. But I'm kind of nervous about doing that. Yeah, that's pretty weird looking. Yeah, I probably fucked it up. Anyways, it wasn't perfect. Let's see. This camera's got to track me better. Let's see here. It's short, then medium or something like that. I think that's the right way. I think that's the stroke order for that. It's like short and then long. What is it? Is it July? Is it July? All right, everybody, there's my E-sheep. What do I like about the E-sheep? Let's see. I don't even know if anybody's here anymore. A grown-ass man drawing some bullshit on the internet. I actually think this actually came out cooler looking than I thought, the gradient on the bottom of it. So I'm going to experiment more with the gradient. I'm not really that fond of any of the colors that I use. I'm definitely not fond of the fact that this color and this color are so similar. I wish I had done better with that. The eye is kind of jacked up looking. Just looks like a weird ass eyeball. What is that? Like, what's even happening there? But it is an E-sheep, so I will give it that. I'll throw it in the pile of things I've done in my life. Maybe we'll do another one in the future and do a better one. But I feel like the colors of the E-sheep are kind of like not that inspiring. Like, I love the E-sheep, but like a lot of them is white, you know? Like, where is that fat fuck? So like, how do you white something on white paper and like have it be interesting looking? Like, I guess that somebody talented could probably use like some gray or something to like make it look like the white is textured or something like that, maybe. But I'm not talented, so we're going with the skills of a third grader. It's probably not even the skills of a third grader. All right. I think I'm kind of at the end. Give the surrounding area some color. Yeah. I don't know, man. You got to color the whole thing if you don't color the whole thing. Yep, so that's outside of my skill set at the moment. I mean, like, how do I... Look how perfect he is. You son of a bitch. Anyways, I'm not sure what next weekend. I'm probably gonna take off. Actually, sitting here thinking about it. I think I'm just gonna start this edit and get that off my get that moving. But I don't know what I'm gonna do next weekend because I think we're gonna go on a trip. So hopefully I'll be able to go out for another day sometime this week and stream. But it's gonna depend on how far along I get on the edit. But things are just kind of like screwed up for me right now. So I'm not totally sure like how things are going to play. So I'm just going to kind of go by the day and see if I have free time that it's responsible of me to use for going out and streaming, because that's what's fun. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's the best idea for me to be an adult. What is this? Like, oh, I got a little star shape. I didn't realize I had a little star shape hole punch. That could be fun. I could punch out pieces of paper and then put them on and then paint and then have stars. Like from the negative. So anyway, this one's gonna be a short one. How do I raid somebody on the devices I have? It'll be easier for me to go out and stream too when I have different. I was gonna go out and have a picnic, but then I realized all my technology is all fucked up right now. So it'd just be a pain in the ass for me to go out right now. It'd just be a lot of like arranging things and setting up things on my app. So anyway, I'm just gonna do a raid now. Let's see, find somebody that maybe is out doing something fun. 4 a.m. is doing a Ocean Shrine Fest or something. Hazenauts is at a Matsuri. I'm going to send you guys to, Norway, I think. This dude, Willie Healer, sometimes he streams with his dog. He does like picture-in-picture streams where his dog is like running around with like a camera on it, and then he's got a thing so you can see the dog's point of view and him. I don't think he's doing that right now, but sometimes that's a thing he does do. Now we're just waiting for the stream to go. So I'm pretty sure he's from Norway. I know him from like the IRL Discord community. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, Danny. You got to keep giving me, keep telling me to do more art, so eventually I can be better than this. Where's the sheep and where's the me? Got to get on the same focal plane and everything. It's complicated with technology. Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta keep finding time for it. Okay. I'll catch y'all later. The Twitch phone app is old, so I can't press the go button. God, TTS? Ohoyo gozaimasu.